Welcome back to another one of the video features of the Immersive Worlds Handbook. Today I am in Reno, Nevada at the Atlantis Resort and Casino, and I'm just heading up the escalator here, and you can see on my right we have some of the remnants of the old Paradise tropical theming at the Atlantis, and I wanted to take you inside the Atlantis today for just a brief overview of how the theming has changed, and particularly how they've moved from this tropical paradise theming to a more modern aesthetic that we might see in Las Vegas. So let me just show you a brief overview of some of the theming changes. So you can see here, looks like a band is just starting to play below in the lounge, but I wanted to show you this area because you see the palm trees, so we have some of the remnants like the waterfall of that tropical theming. And just below that then you have the pit area with all the table games, and you clearly see the aesthetic there. If you go to the Manhattan Deli, it's a more modern aesthetic, the browns and beiges, I think really interesting decor, and it's not certainly out of the ordinary if you think about the changes that have come in Las Vegas, where many of the casinos, especially City Center, have moved away from the old theming, the place-based theming of the past, to this more modern, chic aesthetic. So for me, I think a little bit, as the band continues to play, I think a little bit about the idea of symbols I discussed in one of the chapters. And in particular, maybe we can reflect on these tropical symbols of the past and say that over time, the theme changes, just like culture changes. I mean, we don't see that many more cowboy and Western type movies. The aesthetic changes. And I think over time what happens, guests get tired of some of the old themes, like these tropical paradise themes, and they want something new. And if the trend is moving more in the direction of the modern aesthetic that we see in Las Vegas, I could only question and say maybe 5-10 years from now we'll see a dramatic shift in the opposite direction. People get tired of the modern aesthetic and they want something of that nostalgia, that kind of retro feel that's become popular even in the 1980s, as people really clamored for a feel of a retro style in fashion, aesthetics, and culture. So a few things to think about, I think, here at the Atlantis in Reno, and I hope you have the opportunity to listen to this and other video features and come back for more as we talk about immersive worlds and how venues like the Atlantis attempt to update the themes for a modern era of guests.